Malaysia's aviation chief says there are still no signs of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. China has released these satellite images showing what could be debris in the South China Sea, but officials scoured that area on Thursday and found nothing. Malaysian officials also threw cold water on a new report that suggests the plane could have flown for hours after it disappeared from radar 6 days ago. Todd Curtis is a transportation contributor for Al Jazeera America. He's in Newton, Massachusetts this morning. Mr. Curtis, let's just jump right into this Wall Street Journal report that a lot of people are talking about. It suggests the plane could have been in the air for an additional 4 hours after reaching its last identified location. Let's quote from the article. The location is based on data automatically downloaded and sent to the ground from the Boeing Company 777's engines as part of a routine maintenance and monitoring program. Mr. Curtis, what do we know about this technology?
Well, this is a technology that's been around for quite some time, and in fact, this technology was used in part to get some information off that Air France jet that crashed in 2009 in the Atlantic Ocean. And simply put, how this works is, in this case, data from the engines is broadcast out to the engine manufacturer, in this case Rolls-Royce. Now, although the Malaysian authorities have said that this didn't happen, the fact that Rolls-Royce is one of the parties that is right now in Malaysia helping with them shows me that the engines are a part of this investigation, and that would make the most sense if for some reason either there was data coming off the engines or the capability was there and perhaps Rolls-Royce is there to figure out why the data didn't come in. It's very confusing. One side says there is data, one side says there is no data, but that may change. So
there is potentially evidence that this plane may be in a totally different location than the search area because if it was flying for up to 4 hours, that means it could be hundreds of miles away from the seas that they've been focusing on, correct?
That's correct.
So more than 40 ships. Go ahead.
The range where this aircraft could have gone goes as far as India and Australia, Indonesia, parts of China and Mongolia even. So this could potentially greatly expand the search area.
So more than 40 ships and dozens of aircraft have been looking into the seas to see if they could find anything. It's been 6 days. They haven't found anything. Does this report potentially explain why nothing's been found?
It potentially does, and again, this depends on several factors. First, if in fact this report is true, the engines were operating for 4 hours. If that's true, then the question is, well, was it 4 hours with the aircraft flying in a particular direction, or was it 4 hours with the aircraft flying in a circle? It's unclear to me whether this same source of data would give not just engine operational data, but also navigational data that would pinpoint where on the Earth this airplane was during this time.
I just want to bring up another focus, which has been the plane's transponder and whether it was turned off, either accidentally or on purpose. Why is that important, and does it tell us anything?
It's very important because the standard operating procedure for airlines is to keep that transponder on while the aircraft's in flight. One would only turn that off if there was some sort of malfunction going on where it turns off by itself. Some sort of other failure in the aircraft where turning off that system was a necessary procedure, or deliberate action on the part of someone in the crew or someone elsewhere to make that system not broadcast.
Todd Curtis, Al Jazeera America's transportation contributor. Thanks so much.